This is Star Wars in Character, the podcast that takes a closer look at some of the characters in the Star Wars universe you probably never noticed. Backstories, histories, and details you never knew, wanted to know, or ever need to know. Now here are this week's panelists of Star Wars in Character.
Hello there, and welcome to our live podcast of Star Wars in Character for our 20th episode featuring Grand Moff Tarkin. All right, he only appears in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Episode 4, A New Hope, and, which Matt might not like this, the Clone Wars cartoon. Matt?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
All right, my name. You don't care? Okay. My name is Peter Cushing.
Messed up your own name.
I did. Someone's saying turn up the volume.
It's the actor's name, and you messed it up.
Peter Cushing is me. I am joined by the one and only Peter Matthew.
Nice.
Went
Hello,
for the
Matthew.
obvious one. That's good.
You're welcome. Sitting next to me here is Anthony Davies. Right there.
Oh, I thought you were going to do something else.
Who? No.
Anthony Davies.
That's the one. And the one with the great background and the lamp resting on his shoulder.
Whoops, I blew it, damn it.
Is Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Right shirt in the background.
So wait a minute, Chris. Let me say something here. Now you went for the obvious, I said,
I'm
right?
listening. Yeah.
I said you went for the obvious. I thought of a better one, and I'm gonna use this.
For who?
You ready for me? You ready?
Okay. I'm listening.
Do you see it?
John Matzenberger. That's fantastic.
Ooh.
I will take it.
Okay.
Ah.
That is so awesome. I suck. I'm leaving. All right, Harrison Ford. Are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm here.
Give us some facts about Grand Moff Tarkin, please.
All right. Well, Grand Moff Tarkin, his first name is Wilhuff. Wilhuff Tarkin. He was born on the world Eriadu, which is the primary world of the Seswena sector of the Outer Rim. Seswena, yes. Seswena is an important planet, or sector, I should say, out in the Outer Rim, because it is the intersection of many hyperspace routes. So it makes it a pretty vital trade post for the Outer Rim.
What?
Yeah. So
Can you read that backwards? You know what? I forgot to also say we have a live chat, so feel free to chat live.
Seswena. I like saying that, Seswena.
You look good saying it too.
Yeah, thank you. The thing with Tarkin, I kind of ran into the same sort of thing we had with Zuckuss/Forlom, or Forlom/Zuckuss, where he has every second of his life is documented on Wikipedia. So I had to kind of sort of trim down and pick the nuggets to go.
What was that?
To talk about, yes.
He's picking his nuggets.
Okay, go on.
I'm picking my nuggets. So, Tarkin began his professional career serving in the Republic Outland Region Security Force, and the Outer Rim is kind of like the Wild West. So he was basically like Wyatt Earp out there in the Outer Rim.
We got some nice chats going on.
Did you see what Bill wrote? Bill wrote. What did he write?
We don't have all day, Tim. Why do I agree with that?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That hurts a little bit. Tarkin. He spent most of his early career there in that Outlands Region Security Force, but he retired from that and entered politics. There we go, politics, everyone.
Yes! Oh, yay!
So yes, he was a politician. He was the lieutenant governor of Eriadu up until the start of the Clone Wars. He did return to military service at the start of the Clone Wars as a captain. And for those who watch the Clone Wars animated series, we have seen him in a few episodes this past season as Captain Tarkin, and he was serving under the Jedi General Evan Peel.
And I think, I don't know, maybe we're going to mention this. It's worth mentioning that we reached out to, and he was kind enough to say that he would come on with us, Stephen Stanton, the voice of Will Huff Tarkin on the Clone Wars. Seems like a super nice guy, because we just kind of asked him a question, and he volunteered to come right on here with us and broadcast with us. Now, this being our first time, we weren't sure what would happen if he did that. It might crash the whole thing, but
sorry, someone in the chat room posted, "I know how he died." I thought it was pretty funny.
But yeah, Stephen Stanton, and he said he might listen. So Stephen, if you're listening, and to his agent or his manager, thanks a lot for your offer. It was really nice of you to do, because you don't know us anything, but super nice guy. So check out Stephen, and I know he appears at conventions. You guys have seen him, and he told me that he signs for free.
That's he's at a few conventions lately, and I can't wait until I meet him so I can get my autograph, on my poster.
Mm-hmm. And based on the things on his Facebook page, he really seems like he's interested in helping people that have like causes. I've seen him on there, like supporting other people's causes and stuff like that. So, but he was ready to come on here, and if we knew what we were doing and knew what would happen, I should say, we might have had him on. But thanks, Steven.
Knew what we were doing.
I don't mean that in a bad
way. What the hell is that
mean,
supposed to mean, Dave? Jesus Christ.
I mean, if we knew what would happen if he came on, because you were worried it might blow the whole thing up.
No, okay.
I didn't mean it as a bad thing.
Right.
I apologize.
Go ahead, Tim. Give us some more.
Lay some more facts on us.
Go. Come on.
All right, politics. Yes, Tarkin. He was a vocal supporter of Palpatine during the Clone Wars and even into the start of the Empire. He was probably one of the most. He's right up there with Captain Pentanka as sort of a Palpatine man. Palpatine actually set him up as a Moff, which is kind of like it's a governor sort of position, as we hear in Star Wars. Leia actually calls him Governor Tarkin.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, because he's always known, and Chris has all of his Tarkin garbage here.
Garbage? You mother.
He's always listed as Grand Moff Tarkin, and in watching the episode 4 stuff, he's never referred to as Grand Moff Tarkin except in the credits.
Yeah. I'm not sure where the Grand Moff thing came around. I'm not even sure if it's in the novelization. It's been so long since I read the Star Wars novelization that I can't remember exactly how he is listed in that book. I would think Moff. I would think he's probably listed as Grand Moff Tarkin in that. And in Return of the Jedi, we see a second Moff Jar Jarrett. He's overseeing the construction of the second Death Star.
Right. Because he mentions, he's talking about, how they're going to maintain control. And it was even one of our trivia questions once. He says the thing that's going to help them maintain control the most is fear of the Death Star. But he also talks about the regional governors that are going to, take care of business wherever they're from. Does he mean people like himself? Like, is Bail Organa a regional governor?
No. I believe Bail was still a senator. I don't think he was a governor or a Moff. He was just more of a senator. I'm not sure how the senator role changed through that 20-year period of the Empire. Because they, as we hear in the beginning of A New Hope, that they dissolved the Senate. So Bale was pretty much voted out of a job, I guess.
It's time for trivia.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what Dave just said.
I'm just kind of like,
You know what's weird, Tim, is that sometimes when you talk, it's like you're just making up all this shit on the top of your head. And that's what they see. It's like your eyes are like, oh well, Tarkin.
I'll be honest. I usually don't hear what Tim says until I go back and edit it because I'm not listening. Like right now.
Oh. And I wrote 8 pages worth of notes here.
8 pages?
You just made up?
Are you kidding me?
8 pages of notes.
But Dave has
Holy
what?
Christ.
Dave has 8 suits, right?
I have pretty many pages, actually, but let's do a trivia question
Here's
now.
how many pages
We
I got.
mentioned this
I'm holding them all right now.
We mentioned this on our Facebook page. Normally we battle each other in trivia, and congratulations once again to Matt for
Thank you
winning
very much.
round
Thank
one.
you for that.
Trivia.
Cheater.
Yeah.
Cheater. But we thought it would be fun this time since we have the chat room running and lots of people in it, and I recognize a lot of names from our Facebook page. We are going to pit the chat room versus the panelists. All right? So it's time to put your money where your mouth is, because I'm sure people listen to the show and they're probably like, these guys don't know nothing.
And they're right for half of us.
Well, now it's the time.
So you're saying me and
That you
Dave
can
are the
prove
ones
us wrong.
that know something, or what was that?
You're correct, Matt.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is we're going to pick out, assorted people from the chat room as I see their names scroll by, and give each person a question. You're going to represent the chat room one by one. And we're going to do this throughout the show, and by the end of the show, we'll see who is victorious.
Mm-hmm. No Googling, no Wikipediaing.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're trusting you to be on the up and up as we are, and nobody's going to cheat.
Don't cheat like Matt does. Just do it on your own.
Yeah,
No one's
honor
going to
system.
cheat. Cheating in this would be pathetic, and we're not gonna resort to that. But this is what I want to do, because he is up at the crack of dawn at 3:30 a.m. as he mentioned on our
Yes.
Facebook page. I'd like to give the honor of the first question to Peter. Okay, so Peter, I know you're out there, and
Peter
we
just
appreciate.
wrote that his mouth is too tired. I'm not
His
sure what
mouth
that means.
Wow,
Oh my God!
but this is what we're
Tell
going
me
to do.
more.
Peter,
Yeah.
we appreciate your dedication. In fact, Peter, you're more dedicated than some of the people on the show at this point. But we're going to give you the first question.
Note who the camera's on, by the
And
way.
here is the question. Now, we're going to do all multiple choice for this, because I'm telling you, we're doing straight random questions out of a book, and some of these are ball busters, okay? But here you go, Peter. This is your question. First representative of the chat room, here you go.
Peter.
Into what category do Rhodians fall? A, mammalian, B, reptilian, C, amphibian, or D, avian?
I'm just watching Chris. What did you
Like-
say, Dave? I missed everything you just said. I was watching Chris mug for the camera.
Into what category do Rhodians fall? A, mammalian, B, reptilian, C, amphibian, or D, avian, I assume meaning birds.
I think Peter
And-
just picked D.
Peter has selected D, so we shall see if it is D.
Oh, wait. No.
No, he's debating
Now
it.
he's
Remember, there's
questioning
a
himself. He's
delay.
like, A?
Remember, there's a delay here, so let him submit his final answer.
Yes, we can do it that way.
He said A, I think.
When you're ready for your final answer, chat room people, please type final answer and then A. Well, he has a capital A, so I think he's going with A. Are you
Final
going with
A. Yep,
Peter?
he said final A.
Final A.
That is incorrect.
Oh!
The answer is B, reptilian.
What was that?
This is why you lost the war.
Oh,
Oh man!
God damn it, Tim! I can't edit this.
German.
Do you know how much? The only editing for content I've
once,
ever
it
had to
wasn't
do
me,
on
man.
this show is because of Tim, and now I'm
Oh.
screwed.
Oh, Peter he's American. He knows why they lost the war.
Dave just said too
That was
soon.
harsh. That's Ricky. That was harsh. Dave, too soon.
Tim, give me an example of a Rhodian.
There's Greedo.
Okay, Greedo's a Rhodian,
There's
so he's
Rita.
reptilian. I just needed one. You don't need to go into all kinds of details.
Yeah, because you're
There's
blowing out.
Harpo, Oprah,
Isn't that Oprah backwards?
Oprah, yeah.
All right,
Sweeto.
Who agreed that Dave did? That's awesome.
Dave did.
Okay, so
Too damn
we got
early.
some more facts about Wilhelm Tarkin.
Wilhelm.
Damn it! I keep
Yeah,
missing Tim's camera.
during the Clone Wars.
Okay, back to trivia.
Yes.
During the Clone Wars, Tarkin was placed under the command of some Jedi superiors, but he always had a growing feeling of distrust towards the Jedi, which was only amplified after the end of the Clone Wars when Palpatine said that the Jedi were enemies of the Republic, so he kind of went along that same line. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at now.
Oh, boy. Look, people can actually watch how dumb you are now.
Well,
Master P.
anyone that ever wondered what it sounded like Tim when Tim climaxed just learned.
Yeah. But at the end of the Clone Wars, Tarkin was given the task to oversee the construction of the first Death Star. When we actually see that at the end of Episode 3, we see Tarkin there on the bridge with Vader and Palpatine looking at the original framework for the Death Star. He was never a big fan of the name Death Star. He thought it was a little melodramatic. So, but the name stuck. He never got a chance to change it. Well,
they did. That guy that's at the end of Episode 3.
Yes.
Is Scorpius from Farscape?
I don't know. He's from Farscape. I looked at his credits. I saw he was on an episode of Lost, and it was like I don't know what they did to that guy, but they made him look exactly like him. I think it's the cheekbones. They like really did a number on that guy, and I thought it was a cool touch because this character, especially in Episode 4, is so important. You had to have him at the end of Episode 3, and I'm glad that they stuck him in there, and it wasn't like in your face. It was kind of like he was just there. Yeah. And I liked the way they wrapped that up with Tarkin. I thought that was pretty cool, and the makeup was awesome.
Well, that's the thing. What makes Tarkin is his jawbone, his cheekbone line, and if you put your arms behind your back and stand cool, you're Tarkin. That's how I feel.
Looks like you're sitting.
The actor who played him in Episode 3 was Wayne Pigram, and I was reading that
Wayne
initially
what? Wayne Pygram, not Pigram.
Pigram.
Not Pigram.
Wayne Pigrimine.
Okay.
I can't get the camera off Chris and Dave. Yeah, I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. Yeah. And now I got Tim.
Yeah, Wayne Pygram. Initially, they had considered using archive footage of Peter Cushing and digitally inserted into Episode 3, but they couldn't really get it to look correct. I know that was Ian McCaig's idea to digitally insert him into there, but the film stock combined with the digital film or digital data they used for Episode 3, it just wasn't possible. They decided to get an actor who looked kind of like Tarkin, but they added some prosthetics onto him to make him look even more like a younger Tarkin.
And I have no idea what Wayne Pygram actually looks like, because in Farscape he played a half alien guy, so he wore just as much makeup as he did in... Who the hell's got their speakers on? I keep hearing my voice echoing back. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. Go ahead, Tim. I heard my own voice and got confused.
That's the story of Wayne Pygram.
What I was saying was... What I meant to say was I have no idea if he actually looks like Peter Cushing, because in Farscape he wore a lot of makeup as well. So I've never actually seen this actor without any makeup on. Okay, then.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen him either. I was just reading. They just said that due to his resemblance to Cushing, passing resemblance, I guess. So,
Tim, are you ready for a question? We're gonna have you lead off for us because even though you did not win the first round, I'm convinced that you know your stuff. Okay.
All right.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Yep. All right. From now on, I'm also going to also tell you what episode the question is from. I did not do that for Peter, and I apologize. but we're going to do that from now on. So, Tim, this question is from episode 4. Okay. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
How long do Dianogas grow on average? Your choices are A, 8 meters, B, 6 meters, C, 10 meters, or D, 4 meters. How long do Dianogas grow on average?
Oh, jeez. I'm trying to remember what a Dianoga is.
Can we help? Is this like The Price is Right? Can we help out our people?
No.
No, we better shut up.
Not when
because I
Tim's
know
involved.
what a Dianoga is.
And you said this is episode 1? Dianoga.
Episode 4. Episode 4.
Episode
When it's
4.
my
Okay.
turn, you can help me.
No, I'm not going to help. I know what a Dianoga is, but I'm not going to say anything because Peter didn't receive the same help, so we're going to keep this even, Steven. So, Tim, you're on your own here. How long do Dianogas grow on average? 8 meters, 6 meters, 10 meters, or 4 meters?
I'm going to say 10 meters.
You're going with 10 meters.
I can't remember what a Dianoga is.
Tim, that's correct.
You are awesome,
All right.
Tim.
I can't
Way
believe
to
I'm
look
actually
up
rooting for Tim.
information.
He didn't know what it was, but he got it right. Dianoga is the one-eyed creature in the trash compactor, right?
That's
I
right.
believe so, yeah.
I believe
Yep.
that's right. So, Tim,
Hey.
nice going.
Did you cheat, Tim?
No.
Okay.
If I cheated, I'd know what a Dianoga is.
I don't know about that.
Bill in the chat room
Nice
had a
going.
legitimate question. He wanted to know if it was aroused or at rest.
That's a good one. Very nice. All right, Tim,
What
you
the
put
hell
us
was
on the
that?
board. We have a live studio audience.
Oh, okay.
We do.
Of one. I have a
Of
cat
one.
roaming around back here somewhere, too.
Tim, are you ready to get into the actual movies here instead of this other stuff?
Yeah.
Episode 4. Because that's what I'm most interested
Peter
in.
just put you guys have a fluffer.
Oh, jeez. Wow. I have a lot of questions about Tarkin because I think he's
Okay.
pretty interesting, and
Yeah.
I mean they all come from episode 4. I don't know about any of that stuff that you just said really.
All right. I don't really know anybody either. Truth
All right,
comes
well,
out.
Nothing like trying to put on a quality show,
what do you
Tim.
have-
Thanks.
What do you have from episode 4 on? Well, basically episode 4.
Well, I mean, we basically see him in episode 4 at the last several days of his life. So you don't really actually see much of his story there. You just kind of understand the character when you watch episode 4. Pretty much all of the story that he has is all pre-episode 4, and there's a lot of it. If we want to get into the micro, what is it? What do you call it, Matt? Where
What?
everybody in the universe comes together at some point.
Bad writing? Not sure what.
What do they call it? Microcosm? Am I
microcosm.
using the
Yeah,
word
okay,
right?
I got you. I'm sorry.
Yes. Well, apparently through Tarkin's career, he met Han Solo at one point when Han Solo was
really?
Oh, here we go.
Han Solo was the valedictorian at the Imperial Academy, and he met him at Han Solo's graduation. I don't see Han Solo
was
being the
Chewbacca with
valedictorian
him?
of anything. No, this is pre-Chewbacca.
Okay.
Pre-Chewbacca. But no, I don't see
But
Han Solo being a valedictorian of anything. Why would he? I just don't get that. I don't get it.
Yeah, if he was valedictorian of his class in the Imperial Academy, you'd think he might be slightly recognized during that whole Death Star chase thing by someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
No, that doesn't add up.
and
I
a
didn't see
young
it. It didn't
Princess Leia, and a very young Princess Leia hit Tarkin in the head with a water balloon when he visited Alderaan at one point.
Come on.
Come on.
Are you for real?
I'm only reading the research.
Is this Wipeout
And-
with Tarkin and Leia?
And Yoda slipped a
So-
whoopee cushion under his meeting chair inside that big table meeting room.
And Admiral Akbar was Tarkin's personal slave after the Mon Calamari were enslaved. So three major players all had previous interaction with Tarkin before the saga.
Dave just made a
Leia factoid. Go ahead.
Dave just made a great Star Wars / Grady's reference. He said Han Solo is the John Bender of the Academy.
That Princess Leia thing with the water balloon is the best fact you've ever found.
I think so. She was probably trying to get rid of his foul stench. Zing.
All right, let's do another trivia question.
Please.
Since I like bullshit, I'm looking at Darth Ricky's thing that says he kept Admiral Akbar in a fishbowl on his desk.
Which makes me think of the Family Guy thing where the Klaus from American Dad was Admiral Akbar in the that It's a Trap version. Okay, apparently that was just me.
We're gonna have. I'm sure somebody out there agrees with you. I've never seen the Family Guy. Never seen a second of it.
No.
All right.
Family Guy's for
Darth
suckers.
Ricky. That's right.
I think I knew who Darth Ricky is now that I read that name out loud.
Oh, yeah?
I have a sneaky suspicion that might be a co-host from Trailer Pod Boys.
Really?
But give it to him.
Well, this is a little insider trading here. So what we're going to do is give Darth Ricky his question, and this is a Return of the Jedi question, Darth Ricky, just to let you know. So we're all on the up and up here. And here is the question. What did Luke Skywalker ask Yoda when he returned to Dagobah? A, am I a Jedi Knight? B, is the dark side stronger? C, are you going to die? And D, is Darth Vader my father?
E, why can't I quit you?
F, why do you sound like Grover from Sesame Street?
He said D. Darth Ricky says D. Is that your final answer?
Is that your final answer, Darth Ricky?
He's typing.
Because this is hard because I have a feeling he says a couple of these things.
I know, they all sound... Oh, final answer is D.
All right, he's going with D. Darth Ricky is correct.
All right.
And the chat room is on the board. Nice
on the
going.
board.
Darth Ricky, the answer was, is Darth Vader my father?
Wah!
Converters. So, congratulations, chat room. You're on the board. It's 1-1.
1-1.
Yay.
Oh, boy. Who's the next one going to?
Well, why, do you not want to go?
I just don't know the answer, probably.
All right, well, there's some easy ones in here. Well, let's get back to Tarkin.
Yes, oh boy.
Go ahead, Tim. You almost done yet?
You know what? I didn't know this until I did my research. Tarkin actually had a wife.
Really?
Her name was
Mrs. Tarkin.
She was Brandon Mother Tarkin.
Lady Tarkin is how she was referred. But again, I may be mispronouncing this name. Talassa was her first name. Talassa Tarkin, and she was from the Mahdi family. She was the cousin of Admiral Conan Mahdi.
That's right.
His first name is Conan?
As we see him in episode 4. What's that?
Is that his first name is Conan? I never heard that before.
Conan.
Oh, okay.
It's recent. So
Yeah.
I think Conan was
Antonio.
interviewing Conan Antonio Mahdi. Yeah, because I think Conan O'Brien was interviewing George Lucas at some point, and that's where the name came up. He wondered what his first name was. It's kind of like when Jon Stewart was interviewing him, and they decided to name Obi-Wan's home planet as Stew John. So
that's not for real, Tim? Is that for real or no?
That's for real.
Well, this is my question about
I was really
this
trying
guy,
to make my camera make it look like I left the studio and click on my camera, but I couldn't reach. So
I got a question about this Mahdi guy because I have a hard time telling the Imperial guys apart. But this guy always stuck out to me, and seeing it again, this is maybe one of the first times I've seen some of these scenes since seeing the prequels. And it starts out with the politics again. And I had forgotten that they even talk about politics at all in episode 4. So, not that I'm saying it makes me like the prequels any better, but I kind of like that there was a little bit of synergy between the two. And this Mahdi guy, he was right in everything that he said. He was talking about how the rebellion was going to continue to grow stronger and they were a danger. And they all pretty much shushed him. But this Mahdi guy was right all along. So I hope we do an episode. I hope we do an episode on him. He stands up to Vader and gets choked for it. But this I like Mahdi. Why didn't you pick Mahdi?
Cool. Tim,
you should have picked Mahdi, asshole.
Nice going, Tim.
Join us next hour for Mahdi. And just like all powerful men, he had a girlfriend at the same time that he was married. Yes, he was getting his smooth on with a fiery redheaded cadet named Natasi Dala.
Dala. Jesus Christ.
Is it Dala?
Dala, yes. It's in this book that I'm currently reading, incidentally.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't read that one.
Apparently, because you couldn't pronounce the name.
Nope. But she is featured prominently in the Jedi Academy trilogy, which I did read hear the audiobook of. That's one of the earlier EUs. But he was quite taken with her and took her under his wing. And she eventually just slept her way to the top.
Batting. Number 717, teen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Are you supposed to get? Are you supposed to get the? Was there an echo?
Yeah.
Mine's off.
Yeah. Anyway, keep talking.
Are you supposed to get the feeling that Princess Leia and him, not that they're involved romantically, but that he's almost like creepily hitting on her?
Mm-hmm.
When she comes in and she's got her British accent for no reason that comes and goes throughout the movie.
And she has on no bra?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he like grabs her chin, and it's very uncomfortable.
Let's reenact it.
Okay.
Oh, please, yes.
What does she say? I think I wrote it down.
I actually was just joking about it.
I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board.
Chris has to play Peter Cushing.
So what do I do?
Grab my chin.
And then the Blu-ray scene. Or not.
Oh, my.
We can only hope.
We
can only hope.